Hello. I'm not wearing any team sport because this video isn't about a sport. And it's not just that. This isn't this video right now. I don't care what team, whose side you're on. Today is the day to stand together, no matter what. Political opinions, team sports teams, Marvel, DC, doesn't matter. Today, we should all stand and honor the people who gave their lives to 9/11, the people who sacrificed themselves to save as many people as possible. No, I don't remember the event, but I was alive during it. I just wasn't old enough. It happened in 2001, September. I was only 2 years old. No one tells me that story. My mom has told me that story of the day, but how I was supposed to go to daycare, but daycares were closed. She didn't understand why. While I may not remember the event, it still happened in my lifetime, and I grew up in the immediate aftermath. I may not have seen it, I may not have been around it. I was in Texas, not New York or Pennsylvania or the Pentagon, but I felt the effects. I grew up in the immediate aftermath. Grew up with all the new laws. I grew up going to the school assemblies every year to watch the videos. And then to honor the people who gave their lives, to honor the people who died. All the innocent lives that died. I watched the movie that came out about the plane that went down in the Pennsylvania fields after the Twin Towers got hit. I watch it every year because never forget. I grew up and I got to see the effect it had on people, real people who were alive in that time. Real people who, no matter how many years go by, still tear up. Movies like Home Alone 2 in New York, where they had the Twin Towers in it, would cause some of them to just tear up because of the events of that night. This wasn't just any attack like any other attack. No, this wasn't just like any random event in history. This event still has effects on our lives today. Still has an effect on people who were around that date. Even there's people around that are born that just don't understand because they're born afterwards, or born not even after me. They didn't grow up with the assembly seeing the effects it had on people. I didn't see the actual event, but I saw the effects it had on people, and this wasn't just no one and done deal. This was long lasting. And it was one of the few moments in history where people realized that we should stand together It was one of the few things where we stood together in a common cause. Something that we have forgotten today, in today's age. Standing together for a common cause, standing together despite the differences, trying to compromise, find common ground. Yes, fighting for what you believe in, but at the same time, working with the other side, knowing that they're not just some evil people there, they're trying to do the same thing, fighting for what they believe is right. The school assembly stopped, but the effects never went away. Teachers that were alive during that time and affected 9/11 show videos in the classrooms of the news at the time. Nine 11 was a horrific act. This should be something that we should be able to stand together on. If someone says belittles 9/11, we should be able to come together and say, no, that's wrong. If someone, when someone attacks a group of innocent people, we should all be able to come together and say, no, that's wrong. No matter what the reasoning is, no matter who did it, no matter what, this is a day. Yes, there's going to be sports games today. The Astros with baseball, the Dynamo with soccer. But this shouldn't just be about beating your opponent. No matter who wins, no matter what happens, it should be about respecting each other, helping each other. Today, if you see someone in need, help them. That's what I'm gonna do. Today, we should never forget about the horrific event. We should never. It wasn't even that long ago. It really wasn't. I'm 20, and I think the event just happened 18 years ago. Only 18 years ago. People who are turning 18 now, people who are just now becoming adults, were born the year it happened. And they're just now becoming an adult. There should be a time of unity. There shouldn't be people attacking each other. There shouldn't be people trying to take low blows. There shouldn't be people going out on Twitter or making YouTube videos just attacking someone for their ideology, for their beliefs, going, I think this dude's evil, so what? This should be time we should all find a common ground and unite under something we can all agree on. No petty squabbles over meaningless stuff. Yes, I do have the 2 videos that came out today. But that doesn't change anything. This is a day of unity, not division. And we should remember that. We are, and when it comes to America, we are all Americans. New York is not just a group of New Yorkers. Democrats are not Democrats, just their own group of people. Republicans aren't just their own group of people. Texans are just their own group of people. Yankees aren't just their own group of people, as much as we want them to be. This is a day. This should be a day of unity. We are the United States of America, not the divided States of America. Unite. Everything seems to be more and more divided over the years and over the years, to where things that we should be united under one a banner that we should all be able to unite under. We don't, because we look at the other person and say, yes, I agree with you on that issue, but I hate everything else about you, so no, I will not stand with you on that. That's where we are, and that's not how we should be. America, she is lost and wandering. America, she has gone astray. Her foundation is failing, eroding away, but not from rain or wind, but from the life, the people she has raised. She is losing her grip as her friends betray her, telling leeches and ants to take a bite from her, raising them, teaching others to do the same. She is falling apart. She is crumbling down. She is calling us to help her, to save her, but we are dividing her up, breaking her down, too busy fighting each other to see her struggle. We're gripping only one part of her, holding it tightly. As she calls for our help, we destroy. We get rid of parts we don't like. With each piece we separate, her breath grows weaker. That was a poem I made a while ago, back in 2016. The 2016 election. And we're getting closer to the 2020 election. Things feel even more divided than 2016. Okay. So many people. So many people go and defend the very things that destroy what America is, what makes America great. Turning America into something it's not. Trying to silence people just because they disagree with you. Going into these bubbles just because they agree with you. America has many different things about it. Many different wonderful things about America, but so many people are just grabbing one part and is just holding on to that one part and trying to kick everything else away, and then trying to tell everyone else to just break apart that what makes America great. America isn't great because, honestly, it isn't great because voting. It isn't great because money. It isn't great because of anything. It's great because it's a country designed where we are able to come together and compromise. It's great because in order for us to do anything in America, we have to go to someone we don't like and find someone we highly disagree with and come to an understanding and a compromise and find some sort of middle ground. That's what makes America great. It keeps America from saying too far into one direction or the other, because there's always going to be a way to force it back into the middle ground. That's why America was set up the way it was. And that's what we must do today. Compromise with each other. Not attack each other. Not just dig our feet in the ground and go, this is what I think and I will never change. And I will never give you anything, because guess what? With the way America is, here's the thing. No one is 100% correct on anything. No one is. I don't care who you are. You don't have anything 100% correct when it comes to anything. But when you dig yourself into when you try to dig yourself and you try to make the world 100% the way you think it should be, it's going to fall apart. Because it's not how it's going to work. No matter where you stand, that's not how it's going to work. And if you have something that one thing, let's say this one thing that you do have correct, okay, but you won't give the other person any leeway for anything, you just want to have your one thing or multiple of your things and give the other person nothing, you're never going to get that one thing you have correct. You want to help the world, this person, you aren't going to be able to help them without compromising with someone else. You got to give them something to get something. That's how America was designed. That's how we should be. That's how we should be as Americans, as people. As people. We should be here giving, wanting to give, not wanting to take, in order to get something we want we need to be willing to give them something they want. 9/11 was a horrific act, and it was in our lifetime. And there's a lot you can take away from it. But for me, it should always be a reminder that we should stand united against stuff that's easily evil. Stuff that we all know is evil. We should be able to stand united against that. And if we can't, then America truly is gone.